So this video is actually a correction. I have to correct myself, and the reason why I have to correct myself is that on my very first video on YouTube, I did a mistake. I was saying a thing about this place here that was incorrect, and it was about the volcano here, that they landed the name volcano from the terminology. So this terminology they came up with, I thought they landed this word, but it was the other way around. So imagine we have this island that I described in the last video, and the very terminology of this island, it derives from the name. So first there was this volcano island, and after that they derived the whole name from this place here where we are right now, from this archipelago, from this island change. And I wanted to share with you this correction because I have to be authentic and correct myself. And this is my manifesto about this mistake I made. It is not a huge mistake, and actually it is quite funny to realize that we are in the very place that derived this whole name around this whole world. This is the archetypical volcano that we've been looking at the whole time, and we didn't know this very name came from this place here that we're standing. We're standing on the island next to it, actually. And secondly, to merge with this, because this is my second video, I wanted to try something else while I'm walking, and I wanted to say that today AI disappointed me. I quit AI mostly because I had this huge roller coaster. My ad account was suspended on Instagram because of use of AI. They thought I'm using automations, which I was not using. I was putting actually more effort into my AI generated videos than into my normal videos. But for some reason, they suspected automations. And this made me realize that all this hype can be good, but there's a huge dishonesty problem, especially on platforms like Instagram. They promote things that can damage you actively. They have no integrity, and they have no integrity. Okay, car is passing, and there needs to be some integrity restored. I mean, those people, some of them get rewarded, some of them get punished, some of them get clicks, but maybe they don't sleep very well at night because they can seriously get people banned or their ad account suspended. Luckily, this was at the start of my journey, and then I verified my profile and get my account restored. But this is the point. The slow growth model is not damaging. It's actually healthy. This is how people used to do it, and this is still how it works. Those platforms are smarter than people think, and they don't tolerate automations. So even I wasn't using automations, they suspected them, and they shut down my capability to run ads in the future. And I restored it, but imagine I would have run this account for 1 year, then I would have followed some generic advice of people who just want to sell their stuff. Then my whole work would have been ruined because of some people who want to make quick money from selling something that is damaging other people's accounts. So this is my take on AI. Going forward, I will use AI for specific things, but not even, I was using AI enhanced videos from still frames, but not even this is worth it anymore. It made me more work. I will do normal video taking and video editing, old school, this 2012 style. It is still viable because the platforms, they punish people for using automations, which I was not using, and for using generated content overall. Maybe some creators, they do succeed with generated content, but probably the truth is there that they're doing a lot of manual editing, like the huge movie studios do. They also do animated movies, but this is just a huge work. This is not this thing that they're promising as an end outcome. They generate some views. They use the views like a social proof to sell something back to people. So if you're watching this video now, even if it doesn't have a lot of views, it is some evidence that the normal content works, and because you're watching this right now. So even the slightest evidence that the normal content works is a good evidence that the normal style is still viable and doesn't get you suspended and doesn't get your reach on the social media limited, and it will be viable long term, because the algorithm and the platforms, they can never disprove that you are you and that you are not using some tools if you're not using them. So yeah, this is my second video on this channel with this correction, and I'm actually happy because now I have less work. Actually, shooting normal videos is less work for me, but for some people it seems maybe more work because they have to practice their ability to speak. However, for me now it's very easy. It's actually easy, not like the people claim what is easy, to use some sophisticated automations that will get you flagged. So I wanted to make this clear, and I will probably cut this into short form content, maybe manually. Yes, so this manual work pays off. I think, what is the distinction? What is less work? This manual works pay off. The automatic work, if it doesn't pay off, is actually more work because you're not succeeding. Any automation that fails, it doesn't save you time, because if there's no outcome, there's no result. So there was no time saved in anything because no result was achieved. So doing something properly might be less work because you create legacy content that people can watch over and over again. So the question about more work is even questionable at this point. Yes, so I think this is sufficient for my second video on this channel. I wanted to make it a bit more harsh, a bit more controversial, me walking around with this dynamic landscape. Actually, the still frame, first one was a still frame. I liked it a lot, but I wanted to switch it up a bit. Different frames, the pixels of the videos are different because they're changing. So this is it.